your life partner, but within limits. Within limits means you should not go overboard. You cannot cross the modesty level. In Islam, our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, it is preferable that you see the girl you're marrying, or the girl sees the boy you're marrying, so that, but naturally you can interact, you can talk, but it is within the limits. It doesn't mean that you spend time in seclusion together, etc. You can choose a life partner. But when you choose a life partner, see to it that there is a mahram. That means when the girl wants to choose a life partner, a boy, or a boy wants to choose a life partner, a girl, they can very well talk, they can interact, but there should be a third person there so that they talk what is required and they don't go beyond limits. And a woman has a right to choose the life partner. And in Islam, whenever marriage takes place, that the nikah we say, that when a nikah takes place, the priest, the qazi, the judge, when he performs the marriage, he asks the man that are you willing to marry this girl who's the daughter of so and so, so and so? And then the priest asks the boy, I'm sorry, the girl, that are you willing to marry this girl, her name is so and so, who's the daughter of so and so? And he is willing, she asks the girl, are you willing to marry this boy, who's the son of so and so? And he is giving you so much mahar. In Islam, for a marriage to solemnize, the would-be husband should give a marital gift to the woman. It's compulsory. That means a gift is given from the bridegroom side to the bride. And based on that gift, the ceremony is only solemnated after the woman says yes. When the question is asked, do you agree? She says, Kabul hai. Yes, I agree. So only after the girl agrees that she is willing to marry the boy can she marry the boy, and the boy has to agree. So if you say arranged marriage, fine, you can arrange. But in arrangement, the best thing you look is for virtue. But while arranging and while choosing a life partner, you cannot cross the limits of modesty. You can't say, I want to spend a few nights with the girl and then I see whether she's good or not. Or I want to roam about with her alone. So choosing is perfectly fine, there's no problem. But within the modesty of Islam, and the best thing you look for is virtue, sister. Hope that's the question. If there are any other questions? You are belittling the Muslim community. Why? Just a handful of people don't understand English here, and even the person who spoke, I think he understands English. Though he may understand Urdu better. So, mashallah, see the women folk, alhamdulillah. The Pakistani women ahead, I think. Mashallah. And she asked a question that she wants to know about zakat, khairat, and sadaqah. That is it required that we should compulsorily mention that this is zakat? It may hurt the feeling of a person. Is it a must or it's not required? While you are giving zakat or sadaqah or khairat to any individual, it's not compulsory you have to mention that it is zakat. Unless if you doubt that this person, does the person fall in the category of receiving zakat or not? If you are doubtful, then you can inquire that this is zakat money, can you accept? But if you are sure that this person is poor, and the person can accept zakat, you don't have to mention this is zakat money. You can give a gift also. Say it's a gift, it may be zakat, no problem. And that's what the Quran verse of Surah Tawbah chapter 9 verse number 60, which gives the eight categories of zakat. The word sadaqah is used there. So it's not a must that you should say it is zakat, unless you doubt that the person, the recipient, may accept or not, or does fall in the category, then you can inquire. Otherwise, mentioning it is zakat is not compulsory. But if you want to mention, you can mention also. Hope that's the question.
وہ اس چیز کو مطلب اگر انہوں نے ہائر اسٹڈیز کے لیے آنا ہے تو پیرنٹس کہتے ہیں کہ پہلے آپ کی شادی کریں گے پھر آپ اپنے ہسبینڈ کی اجازت سے یا ان کے ساتھ جائیں کیونکہ آپ محرم کے بغیر دور کے سفر نہیں کر سکتے اکیلے. تو اس سلسلے میں آپ کیا جواب دیں؟
میں نے سوال پوچھا ہے کہ ہم لیڈیز اکثر جاتے ہیں باہر کام کے لیے, ایجوکیشن کے لیے, تو کہتے ہیں محرم ضروری ہے کہ وداؤٹ محرم ہم پڑھنے کے لیے جا سکتے ہیں کہ نہیں. اگر مرد, جیسا میں تقریر میں کہا کہ علماء کہتے ہیں کہ صرف دو وجہ سے آپ ہجرت کر سکتے ہیں. ایک ہوتا ہے ایجوکیشن کے لیے, سیکنڈ ہوتا ہے دعوت کے کام کے لیے. کمانے کے لیے تو آدمی کو بھی اجازت نہیں ہے, عورت کو چھوڑی, آدمی کو بھی اجازت نہیں ہے. اکثر کچھ علماء کہتے جا سکتے ہیں, لیکن جو ایک دم سخت قرآن اور حدیث کے صحیح حدیث پہ چلتے ہیں, صرف علم حاصل کرنے کے لیے یا آپ دعوتی کام کے لیے. پیسے کے لیے تو آدمی کو بھی نکل رہے ہیں, الگ بات ہے. آپ کا اہم سوال تھا کہ خواتین, عورت, لڑکیاں ایجوکیشن کے لیے وداؤٹ محرم جا سکتے باہر؟ بالکل نہیں.